Hi everyone, welcome to your guide to University Centre Askham Bryan. My name is Callum and I work as part of our student recruitment team. And although I'm really gutted that we can't welcome you onto campus with us, hopefully this presentation will give you a really good flavour of our unique land-based offer. As you can probably tell from the icons that we've got under our slogan, placing you in the heart of Yorkshire, we aren't your typical university, or in this instance University Centre, but instead we specialise in looking beyond the classroom, so often to nature, the outdoors and wildlife to form our unique land-based course offer. Okay, so you'll notice that we are officially referred to as University Centre Askham Bryan. This is because currently our degree programmes are validated by these three universities here. However, we are in the process of being able to validate our own degrees, which is really exciting, and hopefully we'll find out the results of that soon. For now though, our courses are mainly validated by Harper Adams and the Royal Agricultural Universities, with our sports degrees validated by Leeds Trinity. Okay, but University Centre Askham Bryan, a leading choice for specialist land-based education. We attract students from all across the UK and the globe for our specialist land-based curriculum. Often these are school leavers who are looking to begin their degree with us, but we also welcome mature applicants and have developed really exciting master's programmes as well. It's important for you to notice as well that we run our degree programmes, but we also have some apprenticeships that we run alongside these too, and more information about those can be found on our website. Okay, so a bit about us. So I'll draw your attention to the first column that we've got here. So students come to us and stay with us. We have around 88% of students who move on to further study or a relevant role within their choice of industry. So we're all about getting you work ready in the vocational focus of our degrees. We are a small land-based university and we pride ourselves on small class sizes for really personalised learning. And it's great to see that 55% of our students here felt ready to actually start their own business after completing their course. We also have some fantastic facilities. So just to pick out a few from the following two columns, we have a state-of-the-art digital farm. We actually have a robotic milking parlour as part of that for our agriculture students. We have a £2.4 million engineering hub. Of course, we have our on-site wildlife park for animal management students, which has around 120 different species of animal. We have a replica vet suite, and we have indoor and outdoor arenas for our equine students as well. Okay, so where are we? So this is the biggest selling point for me. We are based in York, and living in York myself and having been a student here, it is truly a fantastic place to study and to live as well. Importantly, for our land-based university centre, it does really uniquely combine sort of countryside and city life. So for those who sort of want to have access to the fantastic land-based facilities that we've seen, they've also got access to a really vibrant city as well. It's been recognised by the Times Higher Education as one of the best places to live in the UK and makes for a great student experience, which is all part of being a degree level student too. But practically, you can see here the excellent rail links that we've got with York Station. For those who are coming in by car, we're just situated just off the A64, and we have numerous nearby airports for anyone tuning in overseas right now as well. It's also important for us to note that we actually have a residential offer, so accommodation. We have around 350 rooms, which is a mix of sort of catered and self-catered, ensuite and shared bathroom. And students can apply for that at sort of usually around May time once they've got their offer with us. Okay, fab. Diving into the courses. So a lot of our University Centre courses begin with a 2-year foundation degree, then followed usually by a top-up to make the full 3-year Bachelors of Science degree that most people will be familiar with. But we do have some 3-year Bachelors of Science courses here in agriculture, animal management and science, and equine science as well. Okay, but the 2-year course I was talking about, so these are traditionally followed by a 1-year top-up. So these are our foundation degree courses. They cover our main areas, so our main 6 areas being agriculture, animal management, arboriculture and horticulture, equine, sport and veterinary nursing. And there you can see all those different specialisms that sort of revolve around those 6 areas here. So these courses, as I mentioned, they're all 2-year programmes with us. At a degree level now, you can decide to be sort of really broad, so you could start with agriculture, or if you already know exactly what career path you might take, you can be really specific. So in taking the agriculture theme here, we've got precision livestock as a 2-year pathway in its own right. Okay, following this 2-year foundation degree, most students then go on to complete the 1-year top-up with us. It's this top-up that takes you from FDSC, so foundation degree, through to the BSc, Bachelor's of Science. And again, you can see the course range here in the sort of 6 areas that I outlined earlier. Okay, and I mentioned at the start, this is something I'm really excited to share with everyone. These are our brand new master's programs here in zoo management and conservation and applied animal behaviour and welfare. These are completely new for the next academic year and a brilliant way to further your studies following your degree as well. If you enjoyed studying with us for the first 3 years, then why not stay for another year? And it's great to be able to master something as well, which is pretty cool. Okay, so the dreaded entry requirements. So our foundation degrees, the 2-year courses that I outlined, they require 5 GCSEs to include English, Maths and a Science at grade 4, and then the equivalent of 48 UCAS points from your vocational or your A-level course that you're currently doing. For our 3-year Bachelor's of Science programmes, it's the same in terms of the GCSE entry requirements, but you now need 84 UCAS points. And then there's a slight difference at the bottom there for veterinary nursing, which has the same GCSE requirements, but it's 60 UCAS points and more crucially requires you to complete 4 weeks work experience in a veterinary practice, and that's part of the entry requirements that the Royal College of Veterinary Surgeons give us, so we have to sort of comply with those. Students who then complete their foundation degree, as I mentioned, are likely to go on to a top-up, and that's dependent on what grade they get of a foundation degree. Usually a pass or a merit should allow you to then progress upwards. Okay, facilities. So I covered this a bit earlier, but just to recap. So for our animal management students, the obvious standout is our on-site wildlife park. Students have access to 120 different species of animals, so that's everything from your cats and your dogs through to meerkats, llamas. We have our own reptile unit and aquatic unit. Really, we have it all. It's a fantastic place to study and for me to be a member of staff for as well. Students are involved in the feeding, the facility maintenance, and they'll look at topics like behaviour, training, anatomy, physiology, and it's really great for them to be able to work or study even within a working wildlife park, which welcomes around 23,000 visitors a year, sort of during holidays and weekends. We then have great horticulture grounds and an on-site arboretum for our arborists. We also have our own higher education centre and learning resource centre for students to sort of either sort of study independently, and they might be doing the research or sort of the written aspects of their degree as well. And again, more generally, we have our learning resource centre, and we also have sort of other facilities that are relevant for those courses. So the equestrian centre, the sports centre, and of course the relevant catering facilities too. Okay, so what does your course actually involve? Well, usually it's 3 to 4 days a week, and I think a real selling point of ours is that we have work placement at the heart of all of our courses. So students on the foundation degree will usually complete around 300 hours of relevant work placement, unless you're a veterinary nurse, which in this instance it's very work placement focused, as you can see there. This gives students a really good sort of real life work experience that can best place them to then find employment after their degree. A lot of our students will then go on to work for the organisation that they've perhaps had their work placement with, but either way it's a fantastic experience to have embedded within your course. Okay, a close second to the dreaded entry requirements for fees. So all universities up and down the country involve students paying for their course. Currently the fees for all of our degree programmes are £9,000 a year, and students typically pay these via a student loan from Student Finance England, and the money for these is usually paid directly from Student Finance England after you've applied straight to your university. So in this instance it would be University Centre Askham Bryan. Without going into too much detail, as a recent graduate myself, it is important to note that university is accessible for anyone and everyone, and that's not meaning to say that everyone should go to university, but if you are passionate and really keen, then finance shouldn't really be a barrier for you. If anyone would like a further breakdown of the financial side, my colleague Mike has put together a really great presentation that I'll sort of explain how you can access that via our website at the end. But it is important to note we do have some bursaries and financial support in place for our student services team. Okay, but enough from me. What about what our students have to say? Well, firstly, I think a really big thing to get across is that university is not just about finding the right course. It's also about choosing the right place for you to study and, most importantly, live and sort of thrive for 2 or usually 3 or more years. York really does uniquely combine sort of countryside and city life. I'll cover in a second the second point here, which is the fantastic trips, perhaps not the most ideal timing right now, but a student here who got to sort of work on marine conservation at Paradise Island, which sounds fantastic, probably where we all want to be right now. And then the final two comments here, we are more than happy to sort of answer any questions. We have our inquiries email box, which is just enquiries@askham-bryan.ac.uk. And we can make sure that, you know, you're at ease and you're confident in your next steps with education. And hopefully it will be the right academic choice for you, as well, as Kieran's pointed out here. Okay, so where's next for you after your degree? Well, as mentioned, a lot of our students do go on to further study. But I think sometimes students and parents can be a bit uncertain and a bit unsure about what careers the land-based industry has to offer. And you can see how diverse they are here. So from trainee agronomists through to marketing positions, laboratory work, and even grooms for Olympic riders, which is fantastic. Okay, further opportunities with us. So perhaps not the best timing right now, but hopefully during the course of your 2 or 3 or 4, even if you're wanting to do our master's year programs with us, you'll have access to these really fantastic further opportunities. So these opportunities for you to travel, for you to broaden your land-based skills overseas as well. So we've had students who've completed their paddy diving qualifications, we've had students who've worked with donkeys in Aruba, and not least given that we've also got some fantastic experiences available right on our doorstep in the Yorkshire Wildlife Trust and Park as well. Okay, but we're not just about educating you to the highest possible standard. We hopefully want to make sure that you actually enjoy your time with us and have a chance to do extracurricular activities as well. So on the right hand side here, you'll see our ABC Students Union and their logo there. So they run a whole host of events throughout the year, from tractor pulls to silent discos, Freshers Week, and this culminates in the end of year summer ball that you can see in the bottom corner. They also run all of our sports and society clubs too, which you can sign up for at Freshers Week. Okay, so I would usually round off by encouraging students to actually come and have a look for yourself. Particularly with our land-based focused, our real selling point isn't the talking, but it's actually the showcasing of our really fantastic facilities that I outlined at the start. However, for now, you can access all of our course guides, our overview presentations, including Mikey's finance presentation as well, via our website here. So if you hover over these links, it should be able to appear. But it's all under the Find Out More page of our website. Finally, we are still very much welcoming applications for the next academic year or the one after that or so on. It's never too early. So do apply via UCAS and we'll get straight back in touch with you. But thank you for listening. Here is our graduates from 2018-19. I had to get that right there. And we are really, really lucky in that our students get to graduate at York Minster, which is in itself a fantastic experience and a really beautiful place to be able to graduate from. A really great day for our students. There is one final slide here. As you know, we're all adjusting to the new normal, so we would welcome any feedback that you do have, and it is a new time for us all. But do stay safe. Hopefully we'll see some of you come September, and I hope this has given you a really good insight into what land-based degree options there are for you. So thank you.